Hi parents. So I imagine you're here because your child has recently had a either an underwhelming mock exam or maybe they've had a poor result and it doesn't reflect on what they're able to do or they're just off the pace. So I've written a quick guide and you can see this guide on my blog. So go onto my website, click onto blog and you can see all the blog posts there. But before we dive into this, just do me a quick favor. It'll only take you 3 seconds. Just click subscribe, click like, and leave a comment if you would. It just helps boost the algorithm as well. So here are the three problems that I see. There's probably lots more problems, but these are just three that I can see. So the first one is a bad mock result is always going to knock your child's confidence. A bad mock result makes them feel like they are way off the pace, and bad mock results pile on the stress and anxiety that makes revising a lot worse because they're going into revision and they're just feeling like it's not worth it because they're trying hard and they're not getting the good results. So we've got three solutions for you today. The first one, with the confidence being knocked. It's very frustrating. They're supposed to see how well they're doing and what needs topping up, but it's just left their confidence feeling completely destroyed and completely gone. So here's the fix. And a lot of this is based on reframing methods, by the way. So here's the fix. I want you to get them to reframe how they view mocks. So mocks are about information getting. It's not about saying this is exactly how intelligent your child is. We're collecting information. And they tell you exactly what they can do and what they can't do. And if they take all the things that they can do, I want you to praise them like they've just won the Nobel Prize. And I always did this in my classroom. Anything that you catch someone doing well, you praise it like nothing else. And then the things that they need to improve upon, then we can work on those things too. Okay, and the easiest entry point for this, and I'll actually just very quickly show you, is to go to something like Math Genie. Can type in the topic here, and I don't know, maybe it's averages. You can click on the video there. You can watch the video. If we go back, you can click on to the exam style questions, and then you can watch them there. So that's a very easy entry point. But also with this as well, which I didn't mention in the actual blog, which I think is worth mentioning, is that it doesn't take into account how well your child prepared for it. Because when it's the actual thing, your child's probably going to be putting in so many hours of revision. But for the mocks, your child's revision is going to be what? Maybe 30% of what you do for the actual exam. So we can take that in consideration as well. The second problem, feeling off the pace, is let's assume that the mock is a true representation of how your child is doing. It probably isn't, but let's assume that it is. So now they feel off the pace. So what can we do? So here's the fix. Again, I'm sorry, but it's reframing things. Feeling off it and feeling stressed by that means that they deeply care for their results. So I want you to show them examples of things that they care about. Things like gaming, going to football, whatever kids do, right? And show them that because they care about it, they put work into it to get good at that thing. So things they care about, they put work in, they get better about them. They care more, and it feeds the cycle. So the same applies to math. So it's like if they're playing FIFA with their friends and their friend beats them every single time, they might practice to get better. So it's you're upping the volume and it's upping the quality of your practice. And if you want to see the previous blog on how to do that, you can click onto this link here. Okay. Finally, it's anxiety and stress builds. So there are two types of stress. There are good and bad stress. Again, sorry, but this is a reframing exercise. A bad type of stress is like everything's on top of you. You've got the weight of the world on your shoulders, and there are things that just are not going well. And what does that lead to? It leads to you getting a lower mood, less energy, and this just becomes a problem. But a good type of stress has the exact opposite. It's the same stimulus, the same things happening to you, but it's like if I go to the gym and I stress my muscles, the muscles react by growing stronger to cope with the demands. So the fix again is the reframe. So I want you to ask your child how they feel about it. And when they say stressed, I want you to go through this kind of framework. So your kid says, I feel stressed about this thing. So you say, oh, that's brilliant. Because firstly, that means that you care about this. And you're about to face a challenge that will positively change you. And this will help you become more stress resistant, more durable, and you'll be able to stick to challenging things for a little bit longer. So remind yourself of why you're doing it, what you're doing it for, and let's use this stress for good and not bad. And there was actually a study, I don't know if I can find the actual study, maybe I can leave that in the comments, but there was a study done where it viewed people who had lots of stress in their life and people who didn't have stress in their lives. And the people who had less stress in their lives lived for longer than those that were stressed. But here's the caveat. Those that were stressed viewed stress to be a bad thing. But if you view stress to be a very, very good thing, those people actually live longer than those people that weren't stressed at all. So on a scale, it would go stressed, but it's a bad thing, not stressed at all, and then stressed, but I view this thing as a really, really good thing. So, hope that all made sense. Hope you guys got a lot of value from that today. And if anyone wants to join our free school group, you can click this link here, which will take you through to this here. Okay, and you can join here, and we've got lots of different things in the classroom. So we've got like my essentials course there. There's some resources. There's even some sample lessons that you guys can watch. And if you wanted to, I can set you up for a free week of lessons here, which you can join all of our live lessons completely free for a week. So yeah, you just join that, and I can just set you for VIP for a free week. Okay, cheers everyone. Speak soon, and I shall see you guys in the next one.